afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the fourth in our series of Ikebana in the virtual age. I first want to thank Mitzuko Maruyama for her wonderful demonstration last month. She definitely expressed her theme of autumn air, showcasing the wonderful color changes of the season. Today's program is entitled At Home for the Holidays. Our normal celebrations have been radically altered this year. We can create a festive environment in our homes with our Ikebana. Our 7 demonstrators today will each interpret a holiday in their own unique ways. I hope this program will bring added joy and happiness to your season. We have had some technical difficulties with our past Zoom programs. I do apologize for any inconvenience that you may have caused you. We have worked very hard to correct these issues for this program. I want to thank you all for your understanding and support. If you have any questions during this program, please text them to 707-293-0614. Almost gave you my home number and that wouldn't work. Again, that's 707-293-0614. There will be time for a brief question and answer period after the program. Our special guest today is Ms. Yumiko Ishii, Advisor for Cultural and Educational Affairs at the Consulate of Japan here in San Francisco. Ms. Ishii has also graciously accepted to be our honorary patron advisor. Ms. Ishii.
Thank you for your introduction, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of Ikebana International San Francisco Bay Area chapter and beyond. I hope you had a lovely Thanksgiving and are enjoying the festive mood of the holidays and the New Year. It was my pleasure to join your meetings for the first time last month and to see your wonderful arrangements and the demonstration by Maruyama sensei, whose artistic pieces were not only beautiful, but soothing to my heart, capturing the sense of autumn with the introduction of a technique to incorporate the seasonal fruits into the arrangement. It is a great honor to join Ikebana International San Francisco Bay Area chapter as your patron advisor, and I have already so much. I am very looking forward to seeing more beautiful arrangements today. As the season begins to turn a little colder, I hope all of you continue to stay safe and healthy, and please have a happy holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ishii. I would now like to introduce Mitsuko Maruyama, Chair for today's program. Mitsuko?
Thank you, Ron. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. As Ron mentioned, that today's demonstration theme will be at home for the holidays. We don't have much choice, but that we all have to stay home. So I hope you will enjoy today's demonstration. We have 7 demonstrators. We'll be showing you the either Christmas or New Year's, the holiday arrangements. In the order of the demonstrators will be the Christina Schuknecht of Chiko, Leslie Wall of Ikenobo, Yoko Tahara of Ohara, Eko Tjoek and Sahshah Middleton of Sogetsu, Keeth Souza-Courpet and Sharon Krawetz of Wafu. After the demonstration, there will be a Q&A time, so please text your questions to 707-293-0614. Please welcome the demonstrators, and I hope you all enjoy. Thank you.
Well, happy December and happy holidays coming up. I'm Christina Schuknecht, and I have been studying Chiko since about 2005. My sensei has been Mitzuko Hosoda, and part of Chiko is to convey a feeling, a memory, a story. It's more than just the flowers. We're basically trying to communicate something. And today what I'm trying to communicate is a memory of a Christmas many years ago where I had gone to midnight services, and in leaving, it was the year that supposedly the star that shined over Bethlehem was supposed to be in the sky. So we thought it'd be fun to walk back home. And it was a crystal clear night, and there was a lot of frost already on the ground. So what I'm sort of creating here is my memory of that. And as we walked home, we did encounter some deer. And since I have a short presentation time, I have already arranged my nigiri style part of the arrangement, because to do so, things move a lot more, so no pin frog. And so I already have that part in place, but I still have an additional small arrangement to be added in to complete my vision. And what I'm using are basically some Christmas materials, and actually I don't even quite remember what the style of greenery is at Christmas, except it makes wonderful swags. And a sort of spider, but pom-pom. And so here, and to make things match, I'm actually using a cup that's normally used for the tea ceremony. But I have padded the bottom so that I don't scratch it, so that I could insert a pin frog to be able to complete. So as we were walking home, besides seeing the deer, we encountered a number of other lovely little critters that kind of thought the holidays were, and that time of night was nice to be out wandering around. And it even gave me, with the frost and stuff, as we passed the golf course, I thought about some of the things that we used to do with golf courses when you didn't have snow, was you get a block of ice and a bunch of burlap, and you'd go sliding down the hills of the golf course and try not to get caught. So I basically have very simply inserted my chrysanthemum pom-pom, because it is in the chrysanthemum family. And I'm using white once again to try to mimic the stars that were shining, and little small plastic crystal pieces to give the illusion of frost. I couldn't find sand that would sparkle well enough. And this then, in essence, sort of completes, gotta see this according to, there we go, the arrangement. And I do hope that it gives you that feeling of a crystal clear night that's, you see your frost, the frost on your breath as you speak, and just the feeling of wandering and having that very serene feeling of peace and tranquility. And that's something that I always imagine and envision during the holidays, is a sense of peace and hope for the future. So this then kind of concludes my arrangement. I hope you find it appealing and beautiful, and an expression of my memory. And I thank you very much for your time.
Hi, my name is Leslie Wall, and I am a student of the Ikenobo School. I started lessons about 20 years ago with Mrs. Tomiko Hanashiro in Elk Grove, and then moving to the Bay Area, Mr. Tsuji Ikeda is my teacher. He's also a very wonderful ceramicist, and I'm using one of his vases for my demonstration, my freestyle demonstration. I'd like to talk about a Christmas tradition that we have in our family, and it is probably over the last 15, 20 years. I order anthuriums when I'm going to be home for Christmas. I order them from Hawaii, and for each week, a shipment comes in before Christmas. Now, the reasons that I use these anthuriums are, first of all, they're Christmas colors. They come in red and green. But the second and most important reason is that for the holiday season, they last a long time. So and this is an example. This is a giant obaki that is about 3 weeks old, and it still looks nice. And I have the larger the anthurium is, they last much longer. So I have different kinds here. Now, the arrangement that I am going to make today is an arrangement that I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well, okay. So let's see. Then what I do is I share my arrangements with friends and family. I make arrangements and I take them to different people throughout the month of December. And then my flower friends, I just give them anthuriums so that they can decorate their home and also make arrangements for their friends. Today's holiday arrangement is a freestyle one. And I have tried to use my Mickey Mouse. These are little Mickey Mouse anthuriums. And then the red fire anthuriums in this arrangement. I've placed most of them in the arrangement because they move around a lot. But I wanted to show you what I do. You can't just put an anthurium in the arrangement. What I've devised is kind of like a straw with wire to move the faces the way that I want in my arrangement. So I thought I'd show you that. I've tried to follow the lively dancing of the vase with my arrangements, and I've tried to make my anthuriums dance also. I've also used a green iris to keep the horizontal lines of my arrangement. And then I also use baby's breath. I like to use baby's breath because it softens the anthuriums, and also because it looks like snow falling down. So I'm going to put the rest of this baby's breath. I have another hole in the back of my arrangement. There you go. And then what I do is I'll put another anthurium in the back hole. Now I wish you could see this arrangement in three-dimensional rather than this. So I'm going to kind of move it around so that you can kind of see the liveliness of the anthuriums there. So anyway, my arrangement is finished, and I'd like to wish everybody a happy holiday, and thank you for watching this demonstration.
My name is Yoko Tahara. Welcome to my studio where I created my art. I also collect different kind of branches in my studio, and I want to use the manzanita and to share my holiday arrangements today. I started Ikebana in Japan in the 70s, excuse me. And since I moved to California, I have been following Ohara School under Mrs. Fujimoto. I want to use this glass container because I visited Seattle the last February with other Ohara members. There was a big event given by our headmaster, Hiroki Ohara. And in Seattle, there is a Tifuli museum, and they have a large collection of glass objects by Italian artist Tifuli. And so I started collecting the glass containers, and this is one of them. But it was created by Chris Tedesco, another Italian artist. Now I start arrangement. The material I use is anthurium, white anthurium, and the poinsettia, and is asparagus plumosus. Now I want to use is the rather long stemmed anthurium. Now, let me see. And this is a little shorter one. And let me see. So this is anthurium leaves, and I want to add to support anthurium stems. Now let me see Now I want to add is the poinsettia. So there are different kind of the color for the poinsettia, but I like the pinkish one. It's not red one, but the white one, but I really like this one. So let's see, the one from front. Let me see. So I want to add the one white anthurium in the back. So this is the asparagus plumosus. I want to use to twine the manzanita. Is the green color is adding the fresh outlook, and also is the festive atmosphere. Okay, let me see. And so this is my arrangement. How does it look to you? And I wish you have a nice holiday. And thank you so much for your attention.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Eko Tjoek, and I'm representing Sogetsu School. And today's theme is arranging for the holiday. And because of time, I have prepared this out of time, and I fixed the branch and also this. I don't know what's the name of this. I think some kind of a horsetail or grass, but I thought it's kind of nice to have something that's some, kind of like substantial, and also to add some movement to it. Also, it actually helps to stabilize the branch. So, and for the flower, I chose amaryllis, and this is really it's really available right now at the flower market. They're really beautiful, appropriate for this time of the year. And what I did, actually, I bundle it. I put rubber band to put it together the way I want it. Also, the stem of this amaryllis is so thick, so it really gives it volume and fill up the vase, the container, a little bit, and also helps stabilize the arrangement. So I have a few things that I like to add to this arrangement. Actually, this is actually from looks like pine, but it's actually bansha. It's really nice and soft. And also I have baby's breath just to add to as a secondary color. I think I need to add something down here just to cover the neck of the container a little bit. And just a little bit of white to add to the arrangement. Wanted to have a little bit of white down below, this representing the snow on the ground. And to add this, to make this a little bit more festive, I like to add this this gold-colored palm leaf that I got from the flower market, and this is how it looks like. I can use the way it is, white, but I think gold will be more festive. Also, I found this that you can use. This is actually artificial, just to add some sparkle if you want. This could be added to this. But that's just ideas. I mean, for my arrangement, I like to use this colored palm leaf. as the background. So here is here's my holiday arrangement. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, I'm Sahshah, Middleton. My teacher is Yoshiko Williams. I was born in Singapore, so my holiday display is a Malaysian wedding. I prepared this bunga mangala, which is a flower of a coconut tree, and to represent the flowers of the coconut. I pre-prepared the arrangement because it takes a lot of work, because we make this paper flowers which the men carry to the woman's house to present her with gifts for her wedding. And if she accepts the gifts, he enters. So I used the bunga mangala and the sasanqua camellias and the bromeliad flowers. I used the bromeliad flowers because it has little flowers that look like mosquitoes. And being from Singapore, there are a lot of mosquitoes in Asia. And for the flowers, I've decided to use peonies, which I will insert. And I have a vase in the middle of the flax. And make sure to cut your flowers underwater. Stand up. That will help in the longevity of your flowers. One for the back. And this is my presentation for the holidays, a Malaysian wedding. Thank you.
Konnichiwa from the San Francisco Bay Area. My name is Keeth Souza-Courpet. I began my studies of Ikebana in the Chiko school many years ago and have been studying with Wafu teachers for the last 5 years. My sensei is Fusako Hoira. I am currently at the intermediate level. In fact, this is the first time that I'm demonstrating a Wafu arrangement. Today I'm using a container made by Thomas Arakawa. I need to turn it around in order to work on it. And I will be using manzanita branches that my wonderful Ikebana husband cut down for me in the fall. I do love the red color of the branches, but wanted to give this arrangement more of a wintry feel, so I sprayed them white, but with the lighting, it sort of has this silvery glow to it. In addition, I'll be using English holly, pine, and completing it with poinsettias. The poinsettia is actually indigenous to Mexico and Central America. And the Aztecs used this for traditional medicine and to produce a red dye. The colored branches are often mistaken for flower petals because of the groupings and the colors, but they're actually leaves. It has been known that it's also been known by other names: Mexican flame flower, the Christmas Eve flower, painted leaf, Easter flower, and even the crown of the Andes. Prior to beginning my arrangement, I did use vertical support for my two branches, which to help stabilize them. And this popped through. And the pine definitely helps to hold and stabilize the other flowers. The Plants Association with Christmas began back in the 16th century in Mexico. And there's a legend, and it tells that there was a young girl named Pepita Maria, and she was too poor in order to provide a gift for the celebration of Jesus's birth. And so an angel appeared to her to gather weeds from the roadside. And so she gathered them up and placed them in front of the church altar. And the crimson blossoms sprouted from the weeds, and they became poinsettias. From the 17th century, Franciscan friars in Mexico included the plants in their Christmas altar decorations. And the star-shaped leaf pattern is said to symbolize the Star of Bethlehem, and the red color represents the blood sacrifice of Jesus's crucifixion. Okay, just a little tweaking, just about done. We're going to try a short one. Oh, now I'm going to turn it around so everyone can see it. From my home to yours, I wish you peace, joy, and good health this holiday season and in the coming year. Merry Christmas, Feliz Navidad, Joy Noel, Merry Kurasumasu. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sharon Krawetz, and thank you for coming to our virtual Ikebana demonstration. I'm going to do a holiday arrangement celebrating Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a very minor Jewish holiday, and it's a lot of fun, so I wanted to do something that was light and festive, and I gave it a lot of thought, and what I finally decided was I could either make a menorah out of flowers, didn't care for that. So I took a box and a half of Hanukkah candles, and I stuck them around a glass cylinder, and that's what I'm going to use for my container. The materials that I'm using today are aspidistra and roses and eryngium. So while I'm working, I'll try and tell you a little bit about Hanukkah. Hanukkah is a celebration of a miracle. About 2,200 years ago, there was a war in the Middle East. Surprise, huh? At the end of the war, the Israelites were cleaning up the temple to make it so that they could rededicate it. And when they went to light the eternal light, which is always kept burning, they found there was only enough oil for one day. Well, so they started with their one day's worth of oil, and the miracle is that it lasted for 8 days. And that's why we celebrate Hanukkah for 8 days. And why we light candles. We light one the first night, which was Thursday night, two tonight, which is Friday night, and so on until all of them are lit. So since I work with the arrangement facing me, I'll turn it periodically so you can see what I'm doing. We eat special food on Hanukkah. The most popular are latkes, which are potato pancakes. They're thin and crispy, fried in lots of oil, because oil is the thing that we're commemorating. And they're really delicious. People like them topped with either sour cream or applesauce. I happen to like strawberry jam on mine, and my husband likes to sprinkle sugar on his. Every family has its own way of doing things. I'll show you, I'm putting in the roses now. The children hope to get a present every night. They would like them. They see all the TV commercials. They know which games they want and everything. My children at one time made a list, like a list for Santa, what I want. And top of the list was always no socks. So that'll give you an idea if you're getting 8 gifts for 4 children. That's a lot of gifts. You have to watch your budget too. Okay, I put in the roses, and now I'm going to put in the eryngium, which seemed like a strange selection, but it really looks nice together. It's sort of casual looking compared to the roses and the aspidistra leaves, but I like the combination. We play a game on Hanukkah with a top called a dreidel. I'll show you what that's like in a minute. When I was cutting the aspidistra, I found a lot of dried ones on the plant. They're really very nice. I'm going to show you they're a nice tan color. And like most Ikebana people, I have a hard time throwing things away. So I took the dried ones and I sprayed them gold. And I'm going to put those in there too, just to help make it look festive. They don't have to be in the water, of course. We're nearly through here. Remove my turntable. And then I have some gifts and some gold coins. This is the dreidel that we play the little game with, and it's a top. It has 4 letters, one on each side, that stand for a great miracle happened there. If you buy your dreidel in Israel, it'll say a great miracle happened here. And the way you play the game is you spin the top, and whichever side comes up tells you what to do. First, you ante up. And sometimes people play with pennies. At my house, we always played for M&Ms. Depending what letter comes up, you either win the pot, win half of what's in there, win nothing at all, or have to put one in. But with M&Ms, everybody wins. I hope that you'll enjoy your holiday season, and please stay well. Thank you.
We do have time for a couple of questions. The first one is to Christina. And the question to Christina are, much like mine earlier, the trees that you have. What were the trees made of? You need to unmute yourself, Christina.
Leahy will. The host unmuted me. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
The trees are made of wood. They're painted white, and they have a translucent, bigger than glitter pieces that are stuck to it, which gives them a little bit more of a shiny effect. And they come in a couple different sizes. The reindeer are also made of wood with metal antlers.
Okay.
Does that answer the question?
Yes, perfectly. The next question is for Leslie. And everyone is looking at those absolutely gorgeous anthuriums behind you. And I've had 2 questions asking where they came from.
From Greenpoint Nursery in Hawaii.
I'm sorry, could you speak a little louder, Leslie?
They come from Greenpoint Nursery on the Big Island. And
Okay.
I use the same person. I call the same person every time I order.
Okay. Yeah, there are several places in Hawaii that if you have connections, they pack them up very securely and mail them to you, and they come out perfect every time. Okay. This is a general question about conditioning of poinsettias. And I guess we could ask that one of Yoko. Yoko, how did you condition your poinsettias so that they hold up?
Yes, it is very difficult to get the to make the poinsettia absorb the water. So I at the bottom of the is the stem. I burned a little bit. Is maybe 1 inch, and then soak in the water. Then it works.
Okay. This one is for Keith, and they're wondering what that material is at the base of your container.
Oh, it's a shiny netting that was given to me several years ago. And then it has some stiffness to it so that I can manipulate it.
Okay. Eko, you may have said this, but I'm wondering, again, what those tall branches are off to what would be my right-hand side.
Yeah, this is actually curly pine. I've never seen this before, and this is my first time using it, and they're wonderful. It's naturally curved like this. I didn't have to do anything. It's a wonderful material. Yeah, it's called curly pine.
Wow, that's magnificent.
Yeah, and you can get it right now. They're available at the flower market actually. So that's where I found them.
All right. Quickly to Sahshah, the material that's part of the cone shape of your arrangement. I think you may have explained it, but what is that material?
It's flax and paper on a stick like this, and it's supposed to represent a coconut flower.
Okay. Okay, thank you. And Sharon, I didn't have a question for you, but several people said they just loved your arrangement.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. So that's it for the questions. So I thank you all, particularly you demonstrators. You do an absolutely marvelous job. I know you inspired me. Ms. Ishii, did you wish to say anything?
I enjoy the different types of designs and the usage of colors and how to make it more for the celebration was very interesting for me. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. So again, thank you all for demonstrating. We really appreciate it. And I hope that the beauty and inspirations you have given us today will carry us through the season. I thank all of you who have tuned into the video today, including Tokyo headquarters, Mexico City, Monterey, Honolulu, Hawaii, and in my own backyard, Inverness. I think I know who that is. So it has been a pleasure to bring these 4 series of Ikebana in the virtual age. If you would like to view this particular video again or any of the previous videos, or you know someone who would like to see them, then these can be found on our chapter website at www.ikebana.org. A brief note about our January program, and it will feature Joseph Lamb from the Ikenobo Ikebana in a program entitled Welcoming the New Year with the Elegance of Ikenobo. Joe has studied extensively in Japan and has been awarded many honors for his work. I wish you all a